The high-level standoff over what was or wasn't loaded onto the Russian vessel at midnight. Tracking cholera and its fatal path through the country.
There was a tie. This is why the judges had to taste again.
And prize for the most scrumptious cheesecake goes to, we'll tell you which one 947's Anele and the club chose. I'm Jane Dutton. This is Eyewitness News.
This is Eyewitness News.
Keeping track of cholera, we're seeing a dramatic spike in Gauteng with Pretoria, Parys and Vredefort confirming positive cases. The rest of the country is reportedly cholera-free. The National Institute of Communicable Diseases has called on healthcare facilities to communicate more clearly with laboratories around the country. So far, 15 people have died in Hammanskraal in northern Pretoria. The town has been riddled with poor sanitation and water issues for years.
Her stomach, she said she had flu. She thought it was flu. And then she started saying her legs, she had cramps on her legs and started vomiting. We're not quite sure what time she passed on. So one of her neighbors tried calling her, and she didn't answer. And then she came and checked on her and then she found that she collapsed on the floor. So then the way she was sitting, she got suspicious. Then she ran and called the other neighbor because she was a nurse. She checked on her and she found that she already passed away. And the time they found her, they said she was already cold.
Water and Sanitation Deputy Minister David Mashlobo says government will be unlocking more finances to address the outbreak.
Let's agree that there are serious issues around water provision. And this place called Hammanskraal, including Bronkhorstspruit, are the most affected areas. We know that. Ultimately, last Wednesday, we agreed that the DG of Water and the MM in that particular one, they must be able to refine the plan in the next few days. And then we'll convene the meeting with the minister to ensure that we conclude that plan.
Remember, the disease can turn fatal in hours. We've got very informative graphics on the symptoms to look out for and the precautions to take. They can be found on the Eyewitness News website. Not satisfied with waiting for the president's inquiry, opposition parties are calling on Defence Minister Thandi Modise to release the cargo manifest of the Russian vessel. They say if the country has nothing to hide, details of the cargo on the Lady R, which docked in Simonstown in December, should be made public. MPs have been debating Modise's defence budget in the National Assembly.
The question is what was loaded on and off the ship during the midnight hours. If it was innocent, release the cargo manifest.
Were the 2019 and 2020 import permits for the Russian ammunition still valid? Something was loaded onto the Lady R. Was it ammunition? If not, release the vessel's cargo manifest to confirm this.
Sticking to her story, Thandi Modise says they loaded nothing on the vessel.
We put on that ship nothing.
I'm about to read the evidence of a scholar.
The media and the public were asked to leave the courtroom in the Enyobeni trial as two underage state witnesses testified today. Tavern owners Vuyukazi and Siyakangela Ndevu returned to the East London Magistrates Court facing charges of selling intoxicating liquor to people under the age of 18.
The first witness of the day, who was one of those underage children that attended the event, appeared before the Magistrates Court. We were told the media had to leave the courtroom as the witness was underage and her identity must remain hidden. Court was adjourned because of load shedding and due back in court tomorrow morning. Sipa Kema, Eyewitness News, East London Magistrates Court.
A breakthrough between Eskom and unions. The stalemate was broken after the cash-strapped power utility revised its offer to 4.5%. Solidarity, the National Union of Mine Workers and the Union of Metal Workers have been demanding above-inflation increases of between 10 and 15%. And it doesn't stop there. Some unions want Eskom to include a standard allowance of 1,000 Rand and the reinstatement of performance bonuses at 25% of the annual salary. The closed-door negotiations are expected to last 3 days.
Mr. Teffo, sit down.
I'm not just watching right now.
Watching, please don't address court.
I am not just watching.
On whose behalf are you?
Malesela Teffo's bizarre battle with the courts. The Legal Practice Council's contempt of court application against the disbarred advocate has been delayed in the Pretoria High Court after he changed lawyers. The LPC has taken Teffo to court on an urgent basis for continuing to practice as a lawyer despite being disbarred. Teffo, who is a former defence lawyer in the Senzo Myiwe trial, was struck off the roll of advocates in September amid complaints of fraud and corruption, misappropriation of funds and assault. But he insists on appearing in court in his robes. So if this doesn't make you drool, well, look at these delicious final cheesecake contestants. 947's Anele and the club announced Joburg's best cheesecake during a grand finale. And the winner is Salvation Cafe on 44 Stanley, beating 4 others. Their cheesecake creation impressed the judges with its impeccable taste, innovative flavors, and exceptional presentation.
And now the final 2 between Croydon Bakery and Salvation Cafe. There was a tie. This is why the judges had to taste again. And
I just want to say I've tasted again and again.
Yes.
And again and again.
Yes.
Ooh, both of them.
And we want to say thank you so much to everybody who SMS'd in to 32947 to let us know about this. Like we say, we've done ribs, we've searched for samosas, we've searched for biltong, we've searched burgers. You know, we've really done a lot of searches, but we've never seen such an interest, the entire city, for the last week has been speaking about cheesecake, and that goes to show how good you guys all are, all 5 finalists. So thank you so much for allowing your hearts to reach our stomachs. But in at number 1...
the winner of the best cheesecake in Johannesburg
is...
and the team that's going to sell out again today and be baking overnight for tomorrow.
And for the rest of the year, really. Well done to you,
Salvation Cafe! Congratulations!
And I'm off there right now. I'll see you again tomorrow.
Eyewitness News. In touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.